going on? Flip Game here, back with another Epic 7 video, and today we're taking a look at Ancient Inheritance Zone 2, so floor number 2, and as soon as you go through that floor 1 portal, you're going to pop out in one of the starting points in this kidney looking map thing that we have here. So you're either going to start on the left or the right at one of the two teleport points, and then from there you have two options. You can either go up or you can go down, depending on what side you decide or what side the map decides to spit you out on, pretty much. But we ended up on the left hand side over here, and so the path that we were going to take is kind of coming straight down and going up and taking that little elevator into the first warden there, and then after that we're going to teleport over into the main boss area to start hitting that. That's again the plan, trying to avoid all the chests, the scrolls here, scrolls, relics, and books. Out of those three, I highly encourage you to skip the scrolls this time. I believe in this floor they're like those friendship points, so not worth it at all. I would recommend picking up the books and the relics if you can. So that's kind of what we did. We worked our way down, picked up the books, the relics. The relics are great because they can give you some class enhancement, and some of them give you bonus EXP for opening things or interacting with different things, and even just moving around. So they're pretty great. We ended up picking up the tent here and kind of made a U all the way down and then came all the way back up. I think from the teleport point all the way up to the warden, we ended up having, I think, 3 total, enough for 3 tries at the boss, and we could have easily hit 1 million, but we were testing out some new units just for fun. But I'm pretty sure that if you just bring in your normal teams, these are going to be elemental bosses. So on the left you have the fire warden. You do get a minus 15% on your stats units that aren't ice, but to me it didn't matter. I think we did better with units that weren't ice. Then when we tried to bring in a full ice team, we just got destroyed. And then on the right, it's the same thing, except it's an ice warden. So if you're not bringing in earth units, you do have a minus 15% on your stats. But let's take a look at the gameplay here. So we're going into the second floor today. We should be able to move to, I think, the main floor boss starting day number 4. It's looking like if everybody on the team, if everybody in the guild is able to take out both of those bosses on each of those little islands, I think we should be okay. We should be okay to start hitting the main floor boss or the main zone boss by day number 4. I know some of my guildies have been trying to push for participating a bit more in this co-op mode in Ancient Inheritance, and for the most part I think we're doing okay. We're making pretty decent progress. Again, this isn't supposed to be completed within the first week. We do have, I believe, a total of 2 weeks to complete this. Ideally we would finish it in a week or a week and a half, right? The entirety of Ancient Inheritance, all the maps that are here, we would finish it within like a week and a half, ideally, so we have a few days just to farm the main Ancient Inheritance boss at the very end. As you can see here, we end up hitting that first warden, which is the fire boss. This guy, minus 15% stats on units that are not ice. So it's one of those where let's go for it, right? Let's bring in an all ice team and see if it really makes a difference. Again, we're trying to bring dual attackers. We're trying to bring in units that defense break. Summer Charlotte is a brand new unit, right? Maybe she's OP here, but yeah, no. Honestly, not that great, especially because she is a knight, not a warrior, right? And we don't have any tokens, any class and enhancement skills into the knight class, except for the ones that we've gotten for free from either the books or the relics, things like that. I think we have maybe like 1 or 2. She's great for putting up defense breaks, but after that, unless you have a lot of enhancement into your knights, she's not going to deal any damage. The second team here, we decided, okay, let's bring our regular team, Tam, Isaria, and then +1 dual attacker and bring in 1 ice unit. And so that's kind of what we did, right? And for the most part, I think you could definitely use this strategy for the ice boss, right? You bring in the exact same team, except instead of an ice DPS, you bring in a grass DPS, right? And this is the unit that's going to be hitting and doing as much damage as possible onto the boss. So you're dual attacking as much as you can. You'll see Rem doesn't do an insane amount of damage, but she does about 15k in each hit. We do have dual attacks coming in from the Tamarin and from the Camilla, which is actually really nice. We still have her on Sigurd's. That's Rem that is. We have her on Sigurd's, and you'll see that she kind of heals to full on a lot of these counters that she does. So counter set is pretty OP here. You'll see she is sealed, so isn't proccing that passive where she gets the dual attack, but you'll see here she heals to full with the S3, so we're able to put in a bit more damage. She has a defense break on the S1. Camilla has a defense break on the S1. Isaria again is another great unit to bring in because of the reset S2, and then the defense break on the S3. This team though, I think did a really good job against this boss. We brought in Conquer Lilias, Kitty Clarissa, Fire Khawazu, and Fire Ken. So we're supposed to be bringing ice units, right? But we actually did the most amount of damage with this team. Again, the main goal here is to land defense breaks. If you can bring ice units, then you'll definitely be able to do a little bit more damage. But you know, both of these popping off counters, defense breaks, we had like a pretty much, I think 100% uptime on defense breaks, because both of them have 2-turn defense breaks. That's Fire Ken and Fire Khawazu. And the great thing about Ken is you can soul burn his S2 into the S3. And we're bringing him in this time finally with Conquer Lilias, right? He gets that vigor buff, and you know, we're able to land some stray burns here and there with actually both units. Infernal Khawazu, or Fire Khawazu, actually gives himself a little bit of CR push, and we have both of them on counter, which allows us to deal some extra damage there. You'll see pretty much 100% uptime on defense breaks. Khawazu has it on his S1 and S3. So whenever we don't have defense break, we can either try going with the S1 or just hit him with the S3. Ken here, solo dolo, almost hitting close to 1,000,000 points. Like I said, that full ice team really hurt us at the beginning. I think if we would have brought in just our regular teams with 1 DPS, I think we would have been better off. But we could easily hit 1,000,000 if it weren't for that potential first fight. So just keep those strategies in mind when you are taking this boss. But that's going to be it for me for day number 3. Hopefully your team, your guildies are helping you out and are putting in some work to clear this boss. The sets this time are really nice. So if you happen to enjoy the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hey, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.